I think the best part about bringing Kamala to life, which is a character I'm very very close to, of course, is just seeing that evolution and seeing how so many different collaborators bring Kamala's story in such a bright and really unexpected way. I mean, we've got such incredible directors and writers, and across all of our many departments who are bringing their own perspectives and spin on Kamala's story. And, I love the collaboration process and to be able to be a part of it, to be able to really see my kid grow up, and at the same time, have her make friends with from other people is pretty awesome. And so it's been really gratifying, and enlightening, and also really just incredible to see the comic come to life, in such a bold new way. That's the thing that I've been just most happy and excited about. Well, I mean, I definitely identify with Kamala. She is, she's a lot like me in a lot of ways. Of course, I mean, a lot of the comic was based on sort of stories of my childhood, kind of growing up as brown kid in Jersey. So, I'm also a big fan of Marvel. I also sort of grew up in a household where, comics and cartoons and Spider-Man and X-Men cartoons existed. So for me, there's a lot of similarities, trying to figure out, navigate all of the different, expectations of you and who you are and who you want to become. I would argue Kamala is probably a little a little smarter than me, right? I feel like we say that of our kids. She's smarter. She's smarter than me, and um has sort of this understanding behind her years, but it's it's a delight to see Iman encompass all of that. She truly is incredible. Well, I mean, as someone who grew up in Jersey and who was is I am still Pakistani and Muslim, and um still someone who is trying to probably figure things out. I think a lot of the experiences were of me navigating my multiple identities and being sort of multi hyphenate and not understanding that that was kind of cool and great. And I was constantly searching and trying to find my voice, and that's really, I think, the guts of what the show is about too. And bringing that in was incredibly important to us. And I think, telling a story about identity is um, something that feels kind of like therapy to me, I guess, because I've been thinking about this for a while. So it's lovely to be able to do that, in such a beautiful way. I mean, Iman is Kamala. She is that character, and she is very bright-eyed and sweet and kind and funny, and she has this sort of sense of wonder about the world, and I think that's exactly who Kamala is. And I think, and of course she's a super fan like Kamala is. So it just made sense. It made absolutely sense, like the most perfect sense in the world for Iman to be Kamala. I feel like, you know, I can't imagine anyone else to play her. It's really a gift to have found her. Well, we adapted her powers so they're more like, this what we're calling hard light energy, and linking it more to something related to her past and her family heritage. And so it's sort of this inheritance of powers more than anything else. And of course we will be linking it to some other stories in the MCU. So it made sense for us to be able to evolve her character from the page, and at the same time still be true to the embiggen fists and embiggen hands, and sorry, and embiggen legs, and sort of, playing with those visual iconic moments, from the comic, and sort of some fun and often unexpected ways. Well, I think each of them, Adil and Bilal, Mira, and Charmine, each have brought their own perspectives of existing in multiple worlds, and bringing sort of this authenticity to whether it's the diasporic experience or the Pakistani experience. They all sort of have their own kind of missions in the storytelling that they're doing that I think, have really represent different aspects of Kamala's life and what Kamala is looking for. So I think each of them, Adil and Bilal are really great with sort of this crazy, wild visual sensibility, and also are Moroccan and Belgium and kind of dealing with their own diasporic challenges. And Mira, in the same way, grew up in Jersey and she's South Asian, and she really understands that sort of high school American experience when you're brown, and really knows how to tell stories of young people so well. And then Charmeen, who's Pakistani and who's been dealing with tells a lot of beautiful stories and focuses so much on women's rights in Pakistan and such a champion of women, but also understands how to craft stories about real people and real circumstances and tell them in a really stunning and captivating way. I think all of them together have really put together a really kind of fun and beautiful and funny and quirky series, and that's kind of why the entire season is so surprising. Um, I think that people can look forward to a lovely and fun, family and friends, circle around Kamala, and a wonderful coming of age story that feels, very fresh and unique at the same time. And that feels very much like it can live in the Marvel universe. And I think that's what people are going to be excited about the most, is that this feels, familiar yet different. And at the same time, I think they're going to really love the entire cast and what the world looks like. So, you know, hopefully they'll want more of it.